Being diagnosed with a chronic illness is a lot to deal with, right? You're learning about the disease, you're learning about what's happening to your body, you're undergoing changes in the way that you feel, you're taking medications which may or may not have side effects. The world around you is going and moving and you're dealing with all of these things. And everybody deals with emotions differently. For me, it was hard. And so I sought out help to deal with that, and it did help. I also think that dealing with things emotionally it's really important to go to support groups, once again, just to know that you're not alone, just to know that there are other people that are going through it and you're going to be okay.
It's very understandable that you will go through periods of emotional stress and psychological stress. As you remember, you have a very serious chronic illness, so it is perfectly acceptable that you will need help at times. If you ever feel you do need help, please contact your doctor. Go to the CCFA webpage. They have excellent resources there for you.
I think those feelings and emotions are mixed, and I think it's similar to when someone receives shocking news. And so initially there's maybe some denial, some anger, a lot of questions about the diagnosis, mostly because I think patients fear what's not known. And I try to explain that to them on the very first day when we talk about their diagnosis. But I think eventually with some education, especially in communication with their physicians, most patients feel somewhat hopeful that their symptoms can be under better control.
I think that starting off the day, like as positive as you can mentally, is going to help throughout the day. But don't feel bad if it's not a good day. Sometimes you might just not have a good day. But then again, sometimes everybody just doesn't have a good day.
Strategies of everyday life with IBD, I'd say, is honestly getting a nap in. It's unbelievable how rest can be so helpful. The little things like that, making sure you have enough sleep, you have enough energy, it's huge. But I'd say naps and working out are two huge things.
First of all, I'd like you to know that there are accommodations for school. There's accommodations for work, there's Family Leave Act. So a couple of the resources I can tell you to do is please go on the CCFA website. They can lead you through all of these accommodations and family leave and how to go about them. Open communication with our doctor, so please talk to your doctor at any time that you feel that you may need to take time off of school, or you need the accommodation for the bathroom for school, or you need to have your dorm room a little closer to school. If you have work, then we can certainly make accommodations that will fit your lifestyle for you when you are at work.
Because of my Crohn's disease, occasionally I'll have to make sure that people know that I need to use the bathroom. It's not one of those things where like, oh, just hold it. When I have to use the bathroom, I need to use the bathroom. On my IBD journey, the challenges that I've had are the normal everyday ones of just learning how to live and manage with the disease. Cliche as it may be, I don't sweat the small stuff now. You can look at an everyday situation and realize that it's not the end-all or be-all of something. It won't make or break your life. And once I got sick, I learned that. I realized that things happen and take with a grain of salt and you move on. And getting Crohn's has really taught me that. And it's really given me the strength and the courage to move on with life and say, you know what, I'm sick, but I'm managing it, I'm moving on, and I'm growing from it.
So some of the biggest challenges of being newly diagnosed is figuring out what it is that's really happening. A doctor says you're diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and you say, Crohn's, what? How do I spell that? Like, what is it? What's happening to me? In addition to that is finding the right doctor. So I feel really, really, really passionate about the fact that just because somebody says they're a GI doctor doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best GI doctor for you. And you should go to different organizations and get referrals to the right doctor to go to, because I think that's extremely important.